Okay, here we go, here we go. Testing 1, 2, 3. Good, good. We have a different internet connection today, and I'm not 100% sure about it. Oh, okay, it looks good. Yeah, the stats look good. We have a different internet connection today. It's because of the war. It's because of the war. We didn't know there was a war on, but it turns out there's a war on. The rats attacked last night. Not last night, 2 nights ago. The rats attacked. And they took out one of our cables. When we opened the first floor here, our router, our optical fiber comes in the second floor. The router is in what used to be the old party room. And we were playing with Wi-Fi. I used to do these streams with Wi-Fi from the back room of the building up to the front room. We had endless trouble. I fixed that by running an Ethernet cable every morning from the back room where I was up to the front room, and then roll it up and put it away after the stream was over. So when we opened on the first floor here, we knew we had to run cabling, Ethernet cabling, from the old party room down to our counter here. So we ran 2 cables. We got some category 6 cable, category 6E or 6A, I forget what it was. And we ran them. We ripped up the floor in the party room, put the cabling under the floor, 2 cables, ran it down the stairwell in the wall, ran it through the cupboard behind me, and 1 cable goes under the floor. We ran this before we laid the floor. So 1 cable is buried in the floor, it goes to the counter, so people aren't tripping over it. And the other cable comes to my desk here, came to my desk here. And we didn't think about anything. It was okay. It's all the cables buried. We've had fabulous Wi-Fi. I've been streaming to you from my bench here. Anyway, while we were doing the stream yesterday, this one was okay, and I got beep, beep, beep over there from the counter, from the iPad and the cash register. While I was doing yesterday's stream, the connection had gone down. Testing, testing, testing. We get upstairs, we pull out the cabinet behind the router where the cables go through the floor, and one of the cables, totally, I should have brought it with me. Cameron's got it with him now, actually. It's chewed. One of the rats went through, totally went through everything. The cover, the shielding, the wiring. They totally chewed about this much, 6 inches of our Ethernet cable that comes down here. So the war is on. That was yesterday morning. We ordered some rat traps and stuff. They came yesterday afternoon. Yeah, they came in the afternoon. And we put them out with peanut butter last night all over the building. So rat traps are up. I haven't checked them this morning, actually. I checked the ones in where I slept. I haven't checked all the rest of them. The war is on. And funny, the 2 cables that came through the floor, one of them ran under the floor here, which is inaccessible without ripping up the floor. And one of them terminates at my desk. And of course, they chewed through the one that goes under the floor. So that cable is now dead. There's nothing we can do with it. And we're down to 1 cable here. Conduit, yeah. What can I say? Whatever. Okay, what we're up to this morning. We're going to continue from yesterday. It's the stage 1. I'm doing the knife work. I've done most of it. You can see I've cut out. We're leaving Octopus zone here. And I thought it was done yesterday, but I missed 1 spot. So this morning, what I'll first do is I'll cut out this spot right here. And then we'll do a small amount of persuading, and then we'll get back to quiet work again. So let's get busy with this. What we're doing is we're leaving the yellow part, which is the octopus skin. We'll leave these parts in the middle. I'll take out this, and I'll take out the parts that indicate suckers. It's war, it's war, it's war. I've been too permissive of it. You know, all the years we've been in this building, we've known there were rats. And I thought, okay, you guys got your territory, we've got our territory. Let's just leave each other alone. You don't bug me too much, and I'll leave you alone. That was a category 6 mistake. Which we now pay for. So upwards of that, Cameron won't be joining us this morning. He normally comes in on the train, gets here around, what is it, 8:45 or something. I told him last night, stay a bit later at home and come in on the train, but don't get off at Asakusa. The train he's on, the Tsukuba Express, he comes from Moriya. The Tsukuba Express, it terminates in Akihabara. So I told him just, stay on the train, go to Akihabara and get some parts. What we're going to try and do, this is almost certainly not going to work. We're going to try and patch the cable. We're going to peel back the ends, get some plugs, put it together and see what we get. I'm not confident about this at all. You can patch an audio cable or whatever, but I don't think you can patch a category 6 Ethernet cable and expect it to have very good performance at the end of the day. But we're going to try it. That cable's under the floor. So he's going to get some plugs and stuff, and we can patch it so that there will be signal, but whether the signal will have so much loss, I don't know. We'll see. We'll try it. So he won't be here. He's on a mission to Akihabara this morning. Why would they chew through a cable like that? I mean, what's the food value? What's the food value in a bunch of plastic and wire and metal? Yeah, they chew through the cable at the point where it comes up out of the floor. And this is interesting. I know we had, the shop zone and the rat zone has been separate. They haven't really been in the shop. But to get the cabling from the router down to the first floor, I did drill a hole. What have I got? I got a 25 centimeter drill bit. So I drilled a 25 centimeter hole in the floor down into the subfloor. I put 2 cables down through it. And I thought, whatever, that's it. I didn't need to do anything else. But what's happened is they've been using that little hole to come up under the cabinet and back down. And I guess what they've thought is the cables were in the way from their access, so they chewed through the cables to try and get them out of the way, I guess. I don't know. You've got Ethernet will degrade to 100 megabit. We're running like 600 and 700 megabits through these cables. So if it degrades to 100, we're out of the game. There's no way. 25 millimeters. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Yes, yes, yes. 25 millimeter hole. Sorry. Factor of 10, you know, whatever. Give a millimeter there, a millimeter. Maybe how that affects our stream this morning, perhaps. What I did was, because they only took one of the cables out, the cable they took out was the one that goes under the floor to the sales counter, to the cash register. The second cable, as I mentioned, just comes from the closet up to me here. So in order to run the shop yesterday, we took my cable and just ran it around the wall behind me here, over to the counter. So I myself have no wired in connection now. That cable goes to the counter, and from there the router spreads Wi-Fi through the building, through the first floor. So I'm on Wi-Fi at the moment, rather than having a wired in connection. But I think I'm okay. It's pretty good, pretty fast Wi-Fi. I'm not showing any drop frames. I'm showing around 4,000 kbs. mulberry bedding, yes. I know. Mulberry bedding, we've got tons of it up there. I inspect it every few days. I've got a stick that I bang it with to try and discourage them from using it for bedding. Anyway, actually a bunch of it's being shipped out next week, so the mulberry is being disturbed quite a lot. So we're shipping to Salaki Sun, so some mulberry next week. So a bunch of it will be dug up and rooted out. So. Okay, I think I finished now with the knife work on this. So it's going to get a bit noisy for a little bit. Get the tools out of the way here. Well, this is what we're going to try and do. We now have to exterminate them. I mean, if that's possible. There's no way around it. We have to exterminate them. I was trying to do a live and let live thing, but you obviously you can't do that with things like rats. It just doesn't work, you know. I was foolish. I should have gone on the offensive right from the beginning. So nobody touches my internet. Is that what's happened? So we had no choice. The whole cash register went down. If it had happened during the day, it would have been really stuck, you know. So okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a small amount of gentle persuading here. Normally what I would have next now is a lot of noisy work. I would be clearing out. There's my big chisel. I would be clearing out all of this stuff. But it's no fun doing that on the stream. It's just too noisy. We can't talk, and it's no fun for anybody to watch. So what I'll do is the same thing I did on the back side of this block. We'll do it stage by stage. I'll do a small amount of persuading here this morning. I'll clear up some of this stuff, 5 or 10 minutes worth, and then I'll put the noisy tools away and I'll come in and do the quiet clearing for this. So let's have a small amount of persuading. Change my glasses. Change my glasses. Easy set out here. I think the mic is okay. Maybe I'll move it away a little bit, but we have a compressing setting on the microphone that seems to take care of this. So I'll move the mic away, so it shouldn't be too much of a tragedy here, banging on. Away we go. Oh, look at this, new bot things, are they here? Shiba Sound has a new bot command. Is this something I hadn't noticed before? Okay, we're gonna have to go with, let's see. Let's finish up around. Feels funny to chop away the face, eh? Okay, let's clear this, and then let's be quiet. Okay, enough noise. Sorry about that. Thanks for the patience. Bring the mic back. Any difference on it? I don't know. And now, quiet work for the rest of the stream. And again, for those who are new here, who don't know what's going on, to clear a block like this, a three-stage process. Stage one, which you saw a little bit of a few minutes ago, was to cut with the knife, cut the lines with the knife. That's stage one. Stage two is clear out most of the waste wood, the oceans, leaving the land. Stage three, which we're going to now do on this part, is flattening the bottom of the oceans and getting up to the lines here with the chisel. This is now stage three. What's in the chat here? What are we talking about? Owls? I can't do anything for you. I don't... Will that do? There's an owl up on the wall there. Somewhere over there. There's an owl on the wall. If you want to talk about parties, oh no, John, I've got you on that. Don't worry, I'm covered with you. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. You know, have you put your name in for a party? Book the time you want, and we'll work it out. Don't sweat it. We won't. Do we give you momentum? We know. Better than porn. All right, I got to do some work here. Okay, which tool? First, let's clear off some of these oceans. Yeah, that's the 12, is it 12? It's a 6 and a 6. That's the 12 millimeter tool. It's not technically a traditional tool. Oh, John, we got those tools. Were we talked about that yesterday? I know somebody on Yahoo dumped some modern tool. Where? I think I can reach the box. Hang on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This stream is going to take a commercial break. We got these 2 sets yesterday. We won't use them ourselves. Here they are. It's a box with a wrapped set of tools. And here they are. They're what, student grade, but I don't know, upper student grade. They're not like stuff for elementary school kids. It's not that kind of junk. They're tools for hobbyists. And we wouldn't use them ourselves because of the style. What, have I lost one? There's supposed to be 12 in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, it's supposed to be 10. What they are is they're so sakusta, the 20th century tools. They're the long handles, the blade goes all the way down inside. As you sharpen, they get shorter, you cut it back. Here's mine after all these years. Anyway, we've got 2 sets of these. I gotta tell Cameron, send them out. There's a carving knife, what is it, 4 millimeters, 6 millimeters, 9. I would never ever use such a thing in my life. 3 carving knives. Clearing chisels, it looks like a 6 and a 9. And these chisels I would never use myself. These are scooping chisels. They're round. It looks like a 4, a 6, and a 9. Oh, big one, and a 12. And then there's a V gouge. So in the traditional world, we don't use these 5. We don't use the U gouges and the V gouges. But lots of modern people use them. Scoop, 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 scoop. So a set of 10, unused in a box. The steel is whatever, it's student grade steel. It's not the 2-layer lamination that we would use with the super fine high carbon steel and the lower steel. But these cut. These will cut. Yeah, kind of hard. The motion's kind of hard. It'll do it, it'll do it. And if you want them, talk to Cameron. Drop a note to Cameron. We've got 2 of these sets. We're not going to be carrying them permanently. It's just they came up on auction, so we grabbed them. End of commercial. Yeah, style over substance. This is an interesting question about this. Diffuse light. Chon-san, the young Chinese boy working for us, he doesn't use this. What this is doing, of course, it's diffusing the light so that we don't get strong shadows on our knives. Especially when I'm carving with the main knife. Look at this, there's no shadow. It's for November, no problem. My sister's birthday. Huh? It's anyway, like I said, when we're carving the lines, to have no shadow like this really, really helps. So there's a reason for it. So there is substance. It's not just style. But having said that, Chon-san, the young carver working for us, he's working upstairs, I know yesterday. He uses a fluorescent light and a strip in front of his bench, which throws light all over, and there's no shadows on his knife. So do we technically need this thing exactly to do this thing with no shadows? No. Why do I do it? Because it's cool, it's old-fashioned, it's part of the thing, and everybody has fun with it. Wow, what's this? What's going on? So that's the style part of this as opposed to the substance. Is it fake? No, this is how it was done. This is how I do it. Is it absolutely necessary to use it now? No, not at all. Am I a phony? I don't think so. I think it's just whatever. Let me zoom in a bit more where I've disturbed all my... Still on camera? Let's go. nothing to do with printmaking. The restaurant down the street, we told you the story last week that a Korean sort of snack thing had opened up. A couple of months ago, or a month ago, they opened up after preparation and renting and getting all their kitchen built and stuff. They opened on a weekend and closed after 3 days, and they're gone. And over the past few days, there have been people sniffing around the building and looking and measuring and stuff like that with the real estate type guys watching them. And last night, it's done. They moved in. They moved in last night, and I don't know if they're open yet. The shutter's still closed, but they moved all their gear, their cooking gear, all their crap, and all the guys had T-shirts with the name of the company on the back of it. So just for curiosity, those who are interested in this sort of thing, let me find the address here. The company that is moving in down the street from us to serve food here, I'll copy-paste it here. Copy the link. Move the mic back. I did move the mic back. The mic is right in front of me here. Hello, microphone. This is right here. I'm still just speaking softly, I think. Here's the web page. This is the company that is moving in 3 doors down the street. I'm a tad nervous because there's little YouTube videos here and there sprinkled through their webpage showing the TV. They've got lots of TV coverage for what they do. And it shows that whenever they open a new branch, it's lines around the block to try and get their new kind of, I don't know, hot dog. It's Korean hot dogs. And if we have a company down the street that has lines around the blocks, it may impact us. We'll see how it works. Anyway, I'll be happy to have it open. It's no good having closed shutters on your street. You know, the street dies bit by bit by bit. So I'll be happy to have a flourishing business here. It might even be tasty. We'll try it. But if there's disruptive lines or if people start walking around in all the shops with food in their hands, that's a different story. And we'll have to see how it goes. Because the Dempo Indori, about 2 blocks down from us towards Sensoji, there's one of these super famous snack food places there. It's called Asakusa Menchi. There's little, I don't know, they're deep fried pork cutlets. And it's a travesty. All the shops nearby, their entrances are blocked. There's oil everywhere. People walking in the shops. It's real chaos for the shops nearby. So I'm a little bit nervous about this one. Because they, of course, they won't care about us at all. They will just do their own business. And if it's disruptive for us, they could care about us. So we'll see how it goes. There are lots of Korean restaurants. This whole area, the Hoppidori, the bar street just behind us, is all Korean restaurants, period. And most of Tokyo's night food, people in a bar or, izakaya or stuff, it's mostly Korean. It's mostly Koreans that run those kind of places, and it's mostly Korean influenced food that's in them. So if you're eating in a bar somewhere, there's a huge chance that it's run by Korean people living in Japan. They could be Japanese, they could be Korean, whatever their nationality is. I don't know, it's all blurred and mixed together these days. But the whole street behind us is all Koreans. So it's not unusual for this to be happening here. It's not something strange and out of line. I gotta go and put the air conditioner on. It's crazy. It's muggy. Maybe I'll open the door. One of the other. Hang on a sec. I'm sweating like crazy here. Got time to open this up. Back in a minute. Thank you. Where was I? Now you can hear the sounds. People walking by outside. I should have opened it earlier. Sorry about that. Foot traffic? No idea yesterday. Just traffic. Just getting busy. Autumn is coming. No idea. Today's a bit quieter. It's raining this morning, so it's going to be quieter. What happened to the binaural mic setup? Would it be cool to stream with? Do you think so? I'm not really sure about that. If I was wearing those mics right now, you mean the crispy, crunchy sound, but it's coming from right in front of my nose. There'd be no real advantage there. You'd hear the door sounds to the right. And every time I looked over like this, it would go funny because the binaural mics would be moving with my head. I'm not so sure that will be such an interesting idea. I don't know. And then I got to keep quiet. I can't talk. If I talk with those things, it's really, really strange. Of course, you know, when I did those previous recordings with the binaural microphones, I just kept quiet. So it might be interesting to do a session, part of a YouTube video or something, where I did some carving with the microphones in. I don't think I'd be able to talk at the same time. Yeah, I've still got them. They're in the closet. Absolutely. Let the camera wear them. It wouldn't make any sense. The only reason they work is because they're positioned at exactly the same distance that your ears are. And you put the camera near your face. So what you see is what a human being would see, and what you hear is what a human being would hear at that very moment. So separating them from the video wouldn't make any sense at all. No, I know. Let's see, those mics, I know, it's more of a big deal than you think it is. It's not just the distance. There's a few things, and if you look at this in Wikipedia or something, there's lots of information out there. The mics have to be not just the distance of human ears apart, but they have to be encompassed in like little echo chambers that are shaped like ears. There's a German radio station that's been doing this. You get their website. And they've made a human head shaped thing with the mics buried in it. And the ears have shapes. So the mic sticks out of the head. And they use this head, and the way the air, the audio waves echo around the ear shape and go into the mic. And that gives it the reality. It's not just stereo mics. It's not just stereo mics, 6 inches apart. It's 6 inches apart, pointed outwards in little echo chambers. It doesn't work unless you go the whole hog and actually make a physical head shape. Or just you put them in your own ears, whichever way, And that's what I did. But if you're going to do it isolated from your head, it's a big deal. You've got to make a dummy head, or at least a dummy ear thing, or it doesn't work. It's a big deal in Germany, I think. A bunch of radio stations actually broadcast like this all the time. I forget what they call it. Kunstfrau, art wife, Kunst. It's in Germany. It's a big deal in Germany. So yeah, I'll get that set up and have a dummy head sitting here. Video cameras in its eyes. A little bit more, I guess I could, didn't I? Oops. The question here about the drawing being transferred on a blank block, that's how the Yoshida family does their stuff. The Yoshidas are using metal key blocks. So to make transfers is a bit difficult because metal key blocks don't take nice crisp lines with water-based ink. So what the Yoshida people do is they've got a frame on their desk. If you imagine a frame with a thing that opens up and closes on top of it. The thing that opens up and closes is a mylar sheet of plastic, thick, heavy plastic that won't twist and warp. So it's a frame like a window with plastic on it that closes down. You put the block face up and you go click, click, it goes into one corner, which is your sort of registration corner. They roll on oil-based ink onto these metal key block lines. Pull down the window with the plastic on top, it's on a hinge. Then they rub with a baron on the back, lightly. Open the window, and now the mylar plastic has the lines in oil. Pull up the key block, put in your blank color block into the same corner where your registration marks are. Pull down the window, rub on the back again with the baron lightly, and it transfers that oil onto the color block. Open it up. Now you've got your color block with the lines of the key block in oil. It's kind of blurry. It doesn't matter. For the Yoshidas, that's what they wanted. Everything was blurred, 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 blurred. But yeah, transfer. Block, plastic, Open the plastic, change the block to a color block, close the plastic, bingo, you've got it. This was the Yoshidas. They did it all the time I was there in the 1980s. I saw them doing it that way. I don't know what year they started doing it that way, but in the middle 80s, that was their normal way of doing things. So there was no paper transfer sheets for the Yoshidas. Key block was made, transfer it to Mylar, put the color block in, transfer it to the color block. No paper transfers. Where was I? Here. No. The printing on the Yoshida print, the printing proceeds pretty much as normal in a traditional print. They're printed in hang on a second. Now we've got one in our shop here, the Shinjuku. We've got a set of proof prints, not proof prints, we've got a set of images on a file here showing step by step by step. They're printed in pretty much the traditional way. They start with the key block, take an impression of it, and because it's a metal block, you can't print in just normal water-based pigment. So they mix, I think what they mix in some kind of silicone, this not jelly, it's some kind of thickener that goes in the thing. So the pigment sits on top of the metal lines, and then they print it. And it's blurry, but that's what they want. They want that blurry effect. Then they go ahead and start printing the color blocks. And it's very, very, very common in their prints for the key block to be printed more than once with gradations or with different colors. That one we mentioned of theirs, the Shinjuku, the one we've got in the shop here, the key block comes back, I don't know, 3, 4, maybe even 5 times. Parts of it printed in red, parts of it in purple, parts of it in blue, parts of it in black. All gradations. It gives a blurry, blurry, blurry effect. I wish they were more open with their stuff because they do a bunch of interesting things, you know. Well, they did. None of it's happening now. Someone says it's Friday, where did the week go? Our week here doesn't end until Monday. That's when our week ends. Ready for closing day on Tuesday. For me, Monday night is that. Yeah, one more week is done. Yeah, Cameron, he'll be here, I don't know, 9:30 or something. He must be in Akihabara right now. He's going on to pick up some cable repairing equipment. We're going to try, it's almost certainly going to fail. We're going to try fixing some Ethernet cable. So what will happen today? It's 9:10 now, probably about 9:15 or 9:20. I think Kawai-san is coming in today. The shop is going to be Teiko-san and Koizumi-san. I think Kawai-san's going to be working upstairs printing. He's working on the North Korea print project. No, the Korea print project, whatever. He's going well. He doesn't have a whole lot of confidence, but he's doing a good job. The prints are coming out okay so far. Yeah, the street is wet. It's raining as I speak. A light sprinkling rain. You can't hear the sound of the rain hitting the ground. It's not that kind of a sound, but the street is wet. If there's a car comes by, you'll hear the zip of the tires. Here comes one. It's a drizzly day, a soft drizzly day. I'm okay with it, but it's just a bit cooler. Anything to turn off that bloody heat that we've had. Delivery truck for next door, just, it could be beer, it could be Oshibori, I'm not sure. It's not the Iceman, he's got a smaller truck. I think it's beer. No, it's the Oshibori guy. That was his flat delivery thing. (9:20) getting here. I guess the boys will be here in a few minutes. Get the shop up. Future streams. Now, today's Friday. Tomorrow should be a normal stream here, same time, same station. I should be working on this block. It'll be a few days yet before I get it cleared, and even then I've got to start carving dots. So this block is going to be on the focus for a week, a couple of weeks to come perhaps, who knows. Anyway, tomorrow, Saturday, will be a normal stream. There won't be any camera because it's the weekend, he'll be off. So I'll just be doing this tomorrow. As far as coming up over the next week, there is one special stream scheduled. Next Wednesday, the stream next Wednesday Japan time, Tuesday evening for most people. I'll be doing sizing, but it won't be me by myself. Shiba-san will be here doing sizing. She's got to make her she's almost finished carving her newest design in her Ghost series. It's the one about the spider. I think we showed you a bit of a teaser for it. She's almost done with the carving. She's ready to start some printing. She needs some paper. And of course, she's going to do it herself. So next Wednesday for us in Japan, Wednesday Japan time, Tuesday afternoon / evening, morning, whatever, overseas time, will be a sizing stream upstairs with me and Shiba-san. I'll be doing some of my paper, and she'll be doing some of her paper. And if all goes according to plan, you'll see her famous ninja crouch. And I'll tell her, actually I'll ask her, tell her / whatever, to bring, to bring the blocks so we can see what she's planning for that next print. She has a lot of fans, her current work is just selling like crazy. So I want to show what her new print is like, and I don't know the name of it. It's something to do with a grotesque spider. There's a guy with an axe and a dead woman and a spider and blood. And not my taste really, but it's going to be interesting. So that'll be next Wednesday, Japan time. That's the current plan, if nothing gets in the way. It'll be a guest stream from Shiba-san. Someone's asking, the hidden wood defects. Sort of, I guess, sometimes. It's nothing that's really a major concern because we try and choose the wood pretty carefully. But it would happen that, you're carving away and there's a little defect under the wood somewhere and it pops out. It's no big deal. You just repair it. We've talked about repairs lots. If this wood right here, if that broke off, just I drill a hole, put a new piece of wood in, and bang, away we go. So it's not that critical. Just try and be careful. So something else I was supposed to mention. I got a postcard yesterday. Let me find it. Here. Okay. I got a postcard. It says, Hikoshi shimashita. I have moved. And it's from, in katakana, Terry McKenna. And this is our friend in Australia here. And I better find a website. Maybe somebody can find this. The guy's name, he's been a woodblock print maker and teacher in Australia, somewhere near Sydney, I think. I saw him last year. He dropped in last year. He said he was thinking about, packing up and coming to Japan to learn how to do it. And not learn how to do it, to learn more about how to do it and dive into it more. He's a competent printmaker already. He's talking about coming to Japan to get more into it and start teaching. And this postcard says it's the announcement of a new Mokuhanga Kyoshitsu, teaching place for woodblock prints in Karuizawa. I didn't find a website. If somebody can Google this for me, Terry, it's T-E-R-Y. McKenna must be M-C, M-small-c, big K-E-N-N-A. Terry McKenna. And if you type Terry McKenna woodblock or something like that, there must be a website that comes up. Anyway, he is here in Japan, in Karuizawa, which is like a 1-hour train ride from here. Egaku.com, is that his website, really? Gaku, studying painting. I guess so. Is that the right website? Terry McKenna? Teddy, not Teddy. Terry. Yeah. Anyway, whatever, find it. Anyway, so the announcement is he has arrived here in Japan. He's got a woodblock teaching facility up in Karuizawa. I assume he's living there. So maybe his website has more information. I don't. I'm going to give him a call later today and find out what's going on. Sounds good, because we get requests all the time. Will you teach? Will you teach? And we don't do it. We have our little printing session, but we have no facilities or interest or capabilities or anything in running a school here. And if that's what he's doing, then maybe there's a chance to finally get some of these people satisfied. Except he's a bit far away, Karuizawa. He's doing interesting work, it's modern stuff. Basically, it's a mix of traditional Japanese work and the Sosaku, the 20th century creative work. He's using, I believe, mostly plywood. I should be careful what I say, because I'm not familiar with all his work. I believe it's mostly plywood. He'd be making small editions, I guess, probably numbered, whatever. But he's a good guy. He's a nice guy and competent, and makes prints. Last I saw, he just had so many prints and he's over. It's not one of these people that just talks about it but doesn't do anything. This guy's busy. So we'll be glad to have him closer at hand here. Mokohanga School. Yeah, good. Okay, here we are. I think that'll be it for today, Here, I've got around most of the area that I persuaded earlier in the stream. So tomorrow's stream will be more of the same. I'll finish this little bit, then I will persuade another area and clean it off. It might all be done tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And even when that's done, we will then start the next session. We will paste the transfer sheet and we'll start carving octopus dots. What have you got? Mokohankan follows him already. On where? On Instagram. Whatever Cameron does what he does. I don't see our Instagram account at all. So. But what's new to me is to learn that Terry is now here in Japan, which is good news. Good news. Here we go. It's coming along, How's this? Coming along. I like this, Just beautifully smooth, clean oceans, good solid land. It'll be so much fun to print this one. Okay, I'm out of here. Thank you very much, guys, for following a quiet stream today. I missed lots and lots of stuff in the chat. I'll try and catch it up when I eat lunch or dinner, if I get around to that sort of thing. See you tomorrow, same time, same station, for more of the same work and an update on our war with the rats. How did we get into this situation? Anyway, thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye. There we go. See you tomorrow.